we know the future doesn't necessarily proceed along a single course. There ought to be a future we can choose. It's up to us to find it.
Versus
Hello, everyone. Final match of the night here. Hydra going up against Norf. We're going to get right into this champions duel. Dane using his classic bastard sword. No buckler we're seeing from him. Oh, nice feint into Colonial's feint there, but he does eat the hit from the great sword. Colonial falls for the more feint from the bastard sword, and Dane takes it. They're going to have side preference.
Bastard Sword really hard to deal with in these, 1v1 situations, always keeps you guessing with those 50-50s. Not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, I'm joined today by Apauk. This is Nathook speaking.
Howdy, howdy. It is me, Apauk.
Lots of matches across the league today. 6 in total. Seen 3 3-0s so far on stream. Hopefully, we can see at least a fourth map with this matchup here. Should be a good one.
Yeah, it really should be. I mean, both these teams really have a whole lot of mechanical skill, North may be the B team of North, but North is debatably, you know, the most mechanically skilled team in the entire game. So just because Norf is the B team doesn't mean they are at all in any way bad. Like they could probably, I think they can. I think they have what it takes to take a map off of Hydra. Personally,
Definitely.
I think they can do it. I think they can.
Yeah, they've got some really old chivalry dinosaurs on this North team. You got Colonial Star, one of the most well-known chivalry players from like 2014, I think, and Muffmeister actually used to play for Foucher, which was the king of competitive chivalry before Tempest came along and took that crown from them. And same with Hydra as well. You got players like Uldon, one of the most well-known debunking players for Hyperion back in the day, my old rival. They used to call me poor man's Uldon back in the chivalry days.
Yikes.
And we got Dane here. He also won the regional tournament with Team West. So we got lots of history with both of these teams. Lots of people who have tons of experience playing at a competitive level in melee slasher games. So it should be an exciting matchup here.
Well, I'm glad you're here for the history lesson because that all kind of goes over my head, to be honest. I don't
Yep.
know what any of this means.
Palace here as well was one of the top players on both Syndicate and Phoenix, two tier 1 teams. And then we got some newer boys like Corvid, who I don't believe played any chivalry comp, but he's around in the scene now. And I think Beamop as well from Hydra is new to the game, new to melee slasher. So it's a good mix here of blood and new blood.
For sure. You know, of course, you know, this is really kind of hitting the top tier of the game, really. So it's nice to see some new player representation out here. It makes me proud, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Those releases are finally catching up. Alright, and we're going to get underway here. North rocking those uniforms, except for Witch here, who is assigned to go his own way. But we have uniforms from Ike, Corvid, and Muffmeister. Triple support builds here from Team North. And they're going to push up to the choke. I think they're probably baiting the push from Hydra here. Actually, a uniform here for Hydra as well. You see that a lot at the higher end of the scene.
Also, very similar comps here. Of course, these two teams, I guess, kind of come with a very similar philosophy because I guess both have some lineage back to Destiny. So maybe really kind of carrying on that legacy for both teams.
Yep, we have a Raccoon, Dane, Uldon, all former Destiny members. The engagement's finally going to begin here. It's going to start in like good switching from Muffmeister on that spear. Colonial gets caught in a 1v3, but still manages to get the kill on Bodkin somehow. Andy lands the beam up on the shields, finally gets taken out. I don't know how Colonial managed to survive there. He was 1v3, but he caught a parry and he got a kill.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, really, Norf played that fantastically. They really won their favorable matchups incredibly fast. Like, Dane and I think a couple of other Hydra players on the left flank got destroyed immediately, and
yeah,
just kind of over after that.
Colonial 1v3 is one thing, but what needs to happen in those scenarios is the rest of your team has to push that side hard and win fast for it to be worth it, and they managed to take advantage this time. Late Firepot coming out from Uldon. Oh, that's going to be very effective, splitting North into this choke point here. Both Colonial Star and Muffmeister right up to the rocks. Although Witch able to get a kill, and it's not too out of reach here for Norf. It's a 3v4. Although it's looking quite good for Hydra now. 2v1s, Witch managing to kill one. He's disarmed another. He's doing all he can here on that greatsword. Eats a hit while he's reposting. Oh, great repost switch and a cleave there from Witch. He's holding up in this 1v2 so well, but he just can't pull it off.
Played insanely well there. Honestly, though, for that round, I'd say the unsung hero for Hydra being Raccoon there. I saw him on the side, you know, in a 1v2, but still, you know, cleaving and doing damage to two Norf supports, but they managed to take him down eventually, but not before Hydra won the rest of the fight. Really good stuff.
Yeah, Raccoon coming off another huge performance last weekend against Nameless as well, showing up in this one. Beam up with the early TK and gets taken out by Colonial. Looking good, quite good for Norf here, getting kills all around the map, although Dane and Uldon were able to win their 2v1. Uldon in the flesh wounded state, however, did die, and Norf still able to pull the win.
Really quick fight there. That ended almost as soon as it started, insanely fast. Wonder if that just means parries are being missed, or both teams are just switching very effectively.
Yeah, I know Team Norf didn't feel too good against their was it 3-1 or 3-0 like the TKA?
It was 3-1.
3-1. I know they didn't feel too good about this result, so they're going to be really looking at themselves in this match, and that's quite an effective Apauk. Hydra put in over there. Oh.
Getting a lot of life here. Difficult. Hello, hello? Oh, you can hear me.
Okay,
I
I
can
think
hear
we
you.
fixed things. We just had to change voice region on Discord. So yeah, unfortunately, downside of Discord, it is free, but not as reliable as seems to be. So it's 3-2 now for Hydra. Sorry for the silent commentary there on that last. Oh wow, Norf is going to be super aggressive here. They just go balls to the wall, pushing under that bridge. Muff getting caught a little bit there by that shield. Hydra standing strong. 4 members up. Great switch by Colonial. Oh, he gets 2! Colonial. Oh, but he finally gets taken out here. See what Corbett can pull off in this 1v2. He gets off the nice parry. Intentional miss coming out from Aldon though, and it's going to seal his fate. But yeah, Colonial looking like wizardish there with the great switches, off-screen hits from the great sword.
Very good stuff. Yeah, really, Hydra didn't even know how to react there. Like, they just totally whiffed their firebomb. It was kind of a great strat, just kind of flawed execution there. Don't think they're going to try it again here. They know Hydra's ready for it this time. Oh,
Firebomb coming out. It is effective if Norf pushes. It's going to be a 2v1 here on the side. Unable to take advantage of Witch being caught out a little bit, but Dane's picking up picks on the other side. He does give his teammate a nice little smack, but Bodkin and Dane able to win that 2v2, and we're going to break down into another 2v2. We've got Raccoon and Dane for Hydra, Ike and Corvid up for Norf, and Corvid's going to opt to pick up a master instead of using that spear. Dane getting behind them. Dane goes for the switch, he gets it on Ike. Ike returns back. Nice switch from Raccoon there, and the Bardi's just going back and forth.
Clean 2v2 from Hydra.
Very nice job from Raccoon and Dane there. 2 of the strongest players for Hydra. That's what you want in the 2v2 situation. We see Aldon as well, topping the scoreboard for his team with a nice 7-3-10 scoreline. Cologne for Norf, 8-6-4. Gonna see if Norf keeps trying to just charge under the bridge here, if they're gonna switch things up. I feel like that the fire pots from Hydra had quite effective in splitting up the Norf melee. Yeah, that fire pot comes out. Norf is going to try and backpedal.
Oh, they got a guy on the left.
They get one cut out. Colonial's going to try and help him out. He only gets forced into a duel, but Colonial has to engage a little against the wall. Hydra's getting kills everywhere. Disaster here.
I will say, these fire pots from Hydra are doing a lot of work. Like, North is making the right calls and pathing correctly in the face of these fire bombs. It's just, really, that one moment of indecisiveness that Norf has is what's losing them these rounds.
Muff doing all he can in this 1v3 with some really nice footwork. He's still alive somehow. I don't know how much it's going to matter. He's going to run out of stam eventually and he gets taken out. Good effort from Muffmeister there.
Some good sportsmanship from Raccoon, giving him the nice try.
Yeah, Raccoon, nice guy. Great player. You got to love Raccoon. Get some racket attacks in the chat for Raccoon, please. And Norf is going to change things up here. They're going to go around the hill instead. They don't want to get caught with their backs to the walls. That's what happened last time with that fire pot. Fire Apauk comes in, doesn't do too much damage, only on Muff. Muff eats a couple attacks from the Hydra member switching onto him there. Which has the backs of the Hydra members, but they lose that 2v3. Tries to switch to help his teammates, gets punished. And Norf just getting stabbed from all directions.
Like, it was looking really even at first. I guess Hydra really made the adjustments they needed, and it went from 2-2 to 7-2 really quickly. Really, really good stuff.
Something to note is that Norf not using a fire pod, I believe, and not a shield. I know they haven't had a shield all map.
Wow.
And Hydra sticking with that. I think it was Dane or Beamop switching onto those shields.
Imagine not following the meta. Wow.
You know what? I have some respect for Norf.
Imagine
for,
not being a meta
not
slave.
to use a shield. Honorable from Norf.
Very honorable. Indeed. No one likes to play with or against a shield, and I'll give him that.
Yeah. For sure. And had some badman issues coming in here, but we will get the map swapped to camp very shortly. So red team Hydra actually had the disadvantage in terms of the map layout on that first map, but now it's their advantage for the next two maps on camp and pit. Remember that Hydra actually won that champions duel to begin with, so now they're going to be comfortable on these next two maps.
Well, I will say one way that they kind of turned in their favors. Of course, you had Norf kind of really charging under like that wooden walkway there, and kind of getting funneled like that. And it just turned out into like an open engagement right by red spawn. So I think they played it really well for red side, especially those fire bombs, really making Norf to make some hard decisions. And of course you saw some Norf players get singled out and killed as a result. And really, Hydra played that supremely well.
Yeah, I kind of wonder Norf's strategy on that last map, just bum rushing through the bridge. I don't know if that was the best way to counter a team like that, especially when they're using fire pods. They could have just sat back on the other side of the hill and forced.
Oh,
looks like we got it. Oh, he got it in time. Okay.
Norf, I guess playing, honorable. They're not really playing defensive at all. They seem to be the ones to engage every single time. And I mean, I guess there is some merit in that. They're kind of making Hydra play at their tempo, but of course, Hydra, with the 3 supports and the firebomb, it's hard to push into that. Bunch of pokey boys.
Looks like we had some hard drive gamers who missed the spawn. So we're gonna have a quick nice little map restart real quick here.
Nice little. Like Greg.
Oh my gosh! Come on, Norf. The admins need to sort this out here. We're on Grad, a map that was banned by the MCL community.
Really good players, really bad admins, apparently.
Casting with me today is Apocalypse from TKA.
Howdy, boys. Howdy. I guess it's Bald that was asking. What's up, Bald Wiener? How you doing, man? Did you ever end up joining Legion? I remember I saw you in like the Legion recruit tags. Try to teach me how to keep. I mean, I honestly I have trouble with it myself, so maybe after this.
Okay, we're on the right map. We're slow-mo. We're gonna get this second map started momentarily here.
Hopefully.
I'm just admiring Aldon's billhook right now.
Very nice billhook. Very nice craftsmanship right there. You got to get that shape. Got to really hammer it in.
I heard that he actually had Cervantes and Medi craft that billhook for him to carry on the legacy of Hyperion. See, Hyperion, one of the most prestigious and prominent teams in Chivalry, and Aldon's like the only player from that team still playing Chiv. or still playing Morehouse rather.
Still playing
Feels
Shiv.
bad. Well,
The mask falls. Nathook's like Morehouse secretly Shiv.
I don't want to leak this yet, but there may or may not be season 2 may or may not be Dark Force Steel.
Ooh,
I can't confirm or deny that.
Shiv boys. Oh,
Okay. And
everyone
I
in?
believe it's Muffmeister here with the hard drive. Takes him like 10 years to spawn in on a map like Camp.
It's 2019. Get an SSD, SMH.
Come on, Muff. Come on.
There he is. He got
There
in.
he is.
Most impressive thing of the tournament. Muffmeister managing to load in.
Congratulations to Muffmeister.
Play of the week worthy, you know?
Yeah, honestly, Muffmeister might just get a star of the week for that. Huge play by the hard drive.
I mean, it's trying its best, you know? Very, very high effort play. All right,
And
so
some
where do you think
Goodman
they'd be?
here, speeding it up. So I think Norf might just try and slam through the choke as fast as they can, but I think it's going to cost them if Hydra sticks with the fire pots. Oh, they're going to use a flanker here, actually. Ike, I've seen him been using this in scrims a few times. He can't be very effective with it. He's going Bastard Sword Rat. So this way, it makes Hydra a little more hesitant to push right up to the choke. We see Ike running in right away, getting some damage off, but he's punished pretty quickly, maybe a little too over-eager by Ike there. It's going to cost Norf.
That's why, like, he's using a very short weapon and he pushed into, like, 2 spear users. Honestly, I kind of much prefer, you know, the raw boner, you know, method of things with the rat halberd, you know, you get a quick poke and you get out and they can't really catch you. But with a short weapon like that, he had to get right on him.
Ike managed to get an early hit, and I think he was safe at that point, but he got a little greedy and he tried to go for a little too much offense than he should have, and his teammates weren't fast enough to try and push into the lines and punish them while they all had their backs.
Wait, where is he? I only see
Aldan's trying to zone out Ike here. Oh no! Ike gets caught with his fire pot thrown out in the main engagement here. Looking good for Hydra as well on that side. Spears being pushed out, 2v1. Colonial, only one left, and he dies as well.
I don't really understand, you know, the fire pot on the rat like that. When you're going on the flanks and behind, it's a lot harder to get those effective fire bombs, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it doesn't work out, but he's gonna stay on the rat. 2 rounds in a row, he just gets picked immediately, but he's kind of sticking with it. I mean, I guess I can respect that.
see if he adjusts how he plays it a little bit here. I'd like to see him kind of throw the fire pot a little earlier. He borderline engaged and then threw it last time. He got punished by Aldan. Aldan's going to try zoning him out again. He's going to throw it. Oh no, Ike gets caught with it out again.
Oh, no, he gets a kill with it. That was actually a good firebomb.
But the firebomb was good, but he still gets hit by Aldan in that duel, though. He's managing to stay alive quite nicely. He finally gets stammed out. He's flesh wounded by Aldan. Aldan just needs to chamber and stay alive, but his teammates have died on the other side. Aldan with some great parrying. He manages to kill one. Beautiful attempt by Aldan, but still dies.
Well, honestly, I thought he had just lobbed that as far as he could, you know, because he got caught. But no, that was actually a perfectly placed firebomb. I went back and looked at it, you know. Got thrown right into the middle of Hydra's formation, and it actually killed one of them. Like, really good firebomb there, and he still managed to stay alive till his team won the fight. Really good stuff.
Yeah, Ike playing the classic Facoon build from Chivalry. Rat with a short little sword and a firebomb. He's gonna pull it out again, change his mind. He gets the stab off into the back, tries to run away from Aldan. Aldan fleshed him. Aldan fleshed him, and then he throws the fire pot. Doesn't look like it's going to do much damage, though. Hydra with the advantage in this engagement. Witch holding up nicely in the 1v2. Does eventually die, however. His teammates were able to win the 2v2 quickly on the other side. It's all up to Muffmeister and Colonial here. 2v2 split up into 2 duels. Muffmeister's going to punish Aldan's switch. Oh no, he misses his back. Oh, Aldan made this switch. Aggressive switch there on the billhook, and Muffmeister was just a little bit too far behind him. He couldn't punish the switch.
Hydra really owning these, you know, 2v2s at the end here, which has happened quite often this match so far. You know, with these switches, really positioning well and switching really efficiently, and it's really working out for him.
Yeah, and we see Aldon once again 7-1-1 on the scoreboard doing work for Hydra on the billhook. Flank coming in from Ike. He throws the fire pod right at the people pushing him. Wow, Hydra's pushing this flank so aggressively. The entire team is running back to kill him. And Norf is nowhere to be seen. They should be able to take out the flanker and then face their opponents here. They are going to get backed up into this little choke here. TK coming out from Chat Mop. Things are all even. Muffmeister with the pick on the spear. Witch manages to take out Aldon as well. Dane, he's going to have to 1v2 here. Witch coming in to help his teammate. He goes down as well. Chad Mop picking up one, but he's going to get 1v3 here.
Ike really kind of dragging Hydra into a terrible spot for an engagement. Like, I thought Ike made the misplay when he didn't just keep running and let Hydra catch up to him, but he really dragged them out to like the edge of the map, and Norf just collapsed on him and just pushed him even further out there, and Hydra just fell apart even in the 4v5.
Yeah, Chad Mop got a TK right as Norf was starting to engage, so it just evened things up. It made that flanker push completely irrelevant, and it just forced an engagement where Hydra was in a bad position for an evenly matched engagement.
Ooh, good fireball! Oh my god, and it gets the kill. Fantastic fireball. That's gonna win them the fight. That's gonna win them the fight in a hurry too. Holy cow!
Another comfortable round there from Hydra. 4-2 up on this map.
I think Hydra is kind of starting to take the philosophy of pushing into North before the flanker does anything, but of course Ike is getting here on the flank super quickly. We'll see what happens. Hydra is just kind of sitting around waiting. Still don't have eyes on Ike. They probably just don't know what's happening. Ike, of course, just sitting here hiding in a bush on the flank. Both teams just waiting.
Reveal himself here.
The pleasure is mine.
He's going to role play a little bit.
Nice role play. Nice little role play.
Nice little role play from Ike. So the good thing about Ike being in this position is that it makes Hydra concerned to hold that choke when Norf goes through. Aldon's going to take the duel now, and Norf is going to come through the choke. Colonial gets punished a little bit. Few hits on him, stays alive. Bodkin manages to take him out. Ike switches off that duel into the main fight, but his teammates are getting mopped up. And Corvid actually goes down to a friendly fire pot.
Yeah. I like the idea that Norf came into that with. So the first two rounds of this map, they messed up where Ike was going in and stabbing and engaging without Norf being ready to engage. And that just ended up with Ike getting picked immediately and the rounds going to Hydra. That time, they played it a lot more patiently. Ike, of course, waiting on the flank, waiting for his team to really coordinate, the ratting that's about to go down. But it just, Norf just kind of fell apart, and it just didn't work out in the end.
So we see Aldon, I believe, is Hydra's designated rat killer, rat exterminator. He seems to try and force the duel with Ike every time. He does get switched onto by Witch, though. Good switching from Witch. They're going to kill Aldon right away. And the fire pot comes out from Ike. Could be an effective one. His teammates have to win that 2v1 right away. Still 2v3 here for North. Early spear stab from Muffmeister. Ike is fleshed and Muffmeister is dead. Even when it seems Norf makes some good moves and it looks like they have a good shot to win the engagement, they die.
Well, it really just comes down to who wins their 2v1s faster. Of course, you saw them 2v1ing Aldon and winning, but on the other side, you had Hydra winning 2v1s right in a row immediately after each other, and it just turned into a 4v3 after that, and Hydra just kind of kept up the momentum and won the fight. Oh, there's a switch. The rat on the left, and Hydra's coming up the middle now. What the heck's going on?
Norf trying to mix things up here. It's map point. They gotta try something. Down 6-2. Gonna need a big momentum switch to pull this back. Aldon once again forcing the duel on the outside. And Hydra getting kills all around the map. Ike going for those big cleave switches on the Zwei, but hits the ground and dies. Another convincing map. Hydra
7-2.
Yep, Hydra comfortable 14-4 so far on the on the rounds, up 2-0 in the series. Now they're gonna play Pit, where once again they have the map advantage. So
I'm a
gotta
little
be feeling pretty good.
I'm a little surprised it's been 7-2, 7-2 so far. I mean, Norf can keep up mechanically with Hydra, and as far as team play wise, Norf hasn't been playing too terribly. I guess just Hydra's really been on it this
I
game, you
think
know?
the shield and the fire pot for Hydra has been very effective, and yeah, they win those 2v2s at the end. You know, a lot of the times. So you'd think 7-2, most of them rounds would be more decisive than they have been, but you know, on those clutch 2v2s at the end of the round, Hydra seems to pull those out like every time.
Got some Norf going souths in chat. Yikes.
You hate to see it.
They are moving off the rat now. I kind of agree with that. I don't think the rat was working too well for them, so we'll see how a full 5-on-5 melee works out.
Yep, and favorable position. Wow. And Muffmeister just gets pushed out by the Messer. Lots of target switches going on here. Corbin, nice pick on the halberd, but his teammates are dying all around in 2 1v2s.
I would say it almost just comes down to synergy there. Like, Hydra's switches are so fluid and so good, I guess. Is the only way to describe them. Just a bunch of good switches. Norf is kind of just 1v1ing until they get switched on, and maybe 1v2ing sometimes. It's just a lot more fluid team play from Hydra.
I just think also, you know, that shield really makes it much harder to switch around because there's a good chance that we'll see right there at the beginning of the engagement. Ike just smacked into that shield a few times there, and you can't get damage off like that because the shield can just kind of stay in the front, eat all the attacks that they can, and just you know, protect their teammates in that sense. And while Ike is, or whoever's engaging for Norf, really, it doesn't matter who, whoever's engaging for Norf is just slamming a shield while the rest of the Hydra teammates are killing them.
Yeah, really working around the shield here. Of course, Norf, you know, they're rising up against the meta here, like real gamers, and not really stooping to the level of shield that Hydra is.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing to note too, Hydra, you know, they did lose to. I know they were disappointed with their performance against Killa a few weeks ago, I think that was. So they're going to be looking to make up for things here, and they're coming out in a big way. They're going to be moving up the leaderboard if they're able to pull it off here. But this round is looking quite good for Norf. Hold on with some nice switches there. Too many opponents.
Yeah, really. I mean, the way Hydra has been playing these last 2 maps, you really wouldn't think that they had lost to Killa. Like, they look like, you know, honestly, you know, a top 3 team, at least the past 2 maps, but...
And no disrespect for Killa as well. They earned that win, and, you know, they beat Inquisition as well, and, you know, put up a good contest against Tempest, but, you know, Hydra obviously still wants to compete at that level as well, and they're showing in this map, I think, that they belong in this match.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Hydra really has some incredibly strong players, and they're really showing it here. Except for that team kill, that was not showing it there.
Uldon wants to be the top scorer, so if he needs to TK to do it, he'll do it. 6-1-5 here for Uldon through 4 rounds. Hydra once again looking comfortable in this map. I don't know what Norf can do. Maybe I don't know if Norf even has a shield player. Maybe they can try out shield and firepot to try and counter that, but I don't know how much experience they have using that type of stuff anyway. They need to get around the shield is the key, but it is easier said than done, and Hydra just cleaning up every single engagement here for the looks of it.
Absolutely, just very clean stuff. Like, you have all 5 members of Hydra alive there. Incredibly good stuff. And Uldon is top fragging 7-1-7 on 80 ping, 84 ping.
Yep.
Like, that's absolutely insane. I guess it just
Uldon.
goes to show just how plugged in he is, you know? He has his gaming chair turned on, as you might say.
Uldon just debunking his opponents here. Oh, nice cleaves there from Oldon with the underhand on the billhook.
Oh, well, we have a 1v1 out here. How did they even get out here? You have Raccoon and Muffmeister just 1v1ing way out to the side.
You gotta favor Raccoon on the Bardiche, but the duel is gonna be inconsequential anyway. Muff turns around, checks to see if he's getting switched on, and he gets a dagger to the face. 5-1 here. Can we get a first-person spec on Oldon here, producer? See what Oldon can do with this billhook.
Yeah, that duel, I don't know how that happened. That's not what you want to be doing as, you know, support for Norf here. Oh, and he walked into the fire.
Clashes, you love to see him.
Oh, Norf playing really clean this round.
Oh, he gets knocked.
Eye frame.
Nice little iframe there, and
Of course, Hydra out here with some good sportsmanship, you know, Bodkin with a nice one. Every single time that Norf wins.
I'm not too sure if that is a if that is like, you know, courtesy or passive aggression. I don't know, but
I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, Bodkin just could be.
He is saying it every time they win.
And you know, as we say that, Norf looking very strong these last two engagements.
All 5 members alive, and this is the first time that they go past 2 rounds this match. We'll see if they can keep it going. They do have a lot of momentum right now. Maybe they can keep it up.
See Witch topping the scoreboard 8-5 and 3. Muffmeister with a nice 5-5 and 6 as well. Witch punishing Oldon for the firepot use. He's caught in a 1v3. He's able to use the post lunge to buy a little more time. His teammates are dying though on the other side. Corvid with the TK on Colonial. Only the spears left alive for Norf, and they're gonna go down as well. Match point here for Hydra.
Hydra really came out strong there. They're like, all right, your momentum's dead, and they just all 5 of them are alive at the round again. Like these rounds have been really, you know, going either way, you know, with one team having 5 alive or the other team having 5 alive.
Great really firepot there. Splits up Norf and Colonial. TK's Witch. Bodkin running Pavis. Oh my god, he just rapier spams Colonial to death.
Just rapiered him.
And we're gonna have a 2v2.
Oh wait, he just tried to shoot a bow at him.
Bodkin. Oh, he takes
1v1.
A face. A 1v1 here for the match. Dane versus Muffmeister. Big range differential, and Muff gets the stab off on Dane.
Muff really using the range. That's not a very favorable matchup for a short weapon like that, especially with the spear. Very nasty weapon to go against.
Bodkin going recurve bow here, actually. He is an archer by trade.
Gets a couple shots in. Not a bad trade-off.
Does go down right away though to Colonial's Executioner sword.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Colonial just missed Oldon's back, and Oldon was able to take out Witch. Those Executioner misses are very punishing.
Oh my god, from 3v5 to 3v0, holy cow. A 3-man clutch.
And we have our 4th sweep of the night in the MCL tonight.
Oh man.
Unfortunate, you hate to see it.
I don't even...
Oh, gotta go.
Like, the scores were kind of one-sided with 7-2, 7-2, and 7-4, but it didn't even feel like it. The rounds felt a lot closer than that, I'm really confused as how the scoreline ended up like this.
Yep,
really,
Hydra...
Really felt like the teams were a lot closer, you know?
Yeah, I do think, you know, Norf started to show what they could do towards the end of that map there, but I think the fire pots and the shields and all that stuff kind of messed up their strategy, and the flanking didn't come off. But you know, if you're Hydra, you gotta be really happy with that performance. I think, you know, a lot of people after past the beginning of the MCL was kind of not too high on Hydra, maybe putting them a little lower in the tier list that people have been making. I think you're gonna start seeing people put Hydra maybe a little higher on those lists.
That was for sure an incredibly strong showing from Hydra. Like, left no doubt in everyone's mind that they're a top tier team. We'll just see how they do in future matches, maybe against Tempest and the of course Team North's A lineup.
Yeah, so Hydra, after taking this match, that's going to give them a solid record of, I believe,
I just
4
updated it
and
just now.
1. So they will be one of the top teams in the league. So they're most likely going to be going up against, I think, Tempest or Legion next week, or maybe North. So they're going to have a tough matchup next week where they'll really get to solidify their spot at the top of the scene, or maybe not. We'll see. But great showing from them. Hold on. So we saw in their match against Nameless, it was really Raccoon who was doing top fragging basically every game and just doing tons of work. And this time we saw Oldon, so that speaks to the depth of Hydra. If one player plays a little bit more of a quieter role, you'll have another guy step up and take his place and get those frags, get that damage.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, as you said, Hydra is now technically second in the league after that win, at 12 points. They're of course above Killa Knights, who I believe have lost to Tempest, and who else have they lost to?
They lost to Legion as well.
Legion.
That's
So
right.
they are technically above Killa at the moment, but of course, Killa did beat them, and they will probably be playing Tempest in the next few rounds if they keep this up for sure. Because of course, the league running the Swiss system, of course.
There are still some matches to roll in for this round, so we don't know who exactly will be second after the round is done
Well,
in the league.
well, they'll always be no matter what happens this round, they'll still be tied for second.
Yes, that's true. Although the tiebreakers are not random. So if you're second place and you have the same amount of points as the team who's third place, it's not random. It goes by, first off is head to head. So if you've played that team before, the team who won gets the advantage. Otherwise, it goes to competition. So if I've played teams that have won more points than you, and we have the same amount of points, I get the advantage. And then the third tiebreaker is map differential.
See, I actually didn't know that.
Good to know. That's why
Knowledge.
if you look at the scoreboards, you'll see a lot of teams that have the same amount of points. But then if you just look at the top ones and see who they played, and look at the bottom ones and see who they played, you'll see the difference there. Yes, Redstone will try and get a multi-stream with YouTube copies. If you could just send me, just DM me. I know you posted something earlier. Just DM me that link, and we'll figure it out. We do have on our MCL YouTube channel, we do have some of the VODs posted up from round 1 at least, and we'll probably be posting more of those as well. I think that's it for tonight's stream. We've got some great matchups tomorrow as well. Let me just pull those up real quick for everyone.
No, our big matches tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we have so we've got Revival against Rip, and that will be at 8 o'clock. And then we have 4 matches going on at 10. Guns Apauk, the Goose Pack versus Blackguard. Nameless versus Spurg Esports. That'll be a huge one. And we have a Legion versus TKA, another big matchup. And then finally, closing out the round at 11 p.m. will be Big Dogs, KLPP Dreams versus Gamblers Anonymous. And that will close out round 5 for MCL. We've passed the halfway mark at this point. There are 9 regular season matches, so teams starting to settle in their places. The playoff race starting to get pretty interesting. Top 8 teams make the playoffs. So these are some crucial matches ahead for everyone who's going to be playing teams right at their level now that the Swiss system's had enough games to settle things out. And also an interesting race for the top 12 slots who will be invited to Division 1 next season, pending that we have at least 24 teams who want to enter. So,
Speaking of the playoff race, how do you see that shaping up? Who would you say your 8 are? seeing from what you've seen this season.
That is a big
Spicy
question. Yeah, very spicy question. I definitely think we're gonna see some competition for it. I mean, obviously Tempest is pretty safe. I would say Legion is safe. I would say Killa is safe as well. North. And then I probably think TKA can get in there. And maybe Inquisition. I don't know. But they're probably not gonna make the playoffs. They're probably gonna
Oh
drop down
man.
to probably 20th or something like that.
Oh boy.
I think we could see Spurg Esports make a run for the playoffs.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a fascinating race. I think between those like 7 to 13 slots. You know, you're gonna have teams like Hydrate has done very well since they've entered the league. They did beat the LG Academy team today. Not on stream, but they were able to win that 3 maps to 1, and from what I heard, it was a very convincing performance. You have Sartes in that milieu as well. They're in 10th place right now, and you got Lover Boys as well in 12th. So I think it's going to be a dogfight between like Lover Boys. I would say Nameless can compete for that spot as well. Lover Boys, Nameless, Sartes, Norf, I guess, and the LG Academy team are just going to be dogfighting for those last few spots. So it should be interesting. We are going to have Unborn will be casting matches in the future for MCL. It should be interesting. Okay. Yes, you did miss it, Renault. Your team won. And that's going to be it for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Nathook.
I'm Apauk, and we'll see you guys later.
See ya.